While many of you may just know Epic Games as the Fortnite developers, their biggest contribution to the gaming world is without a doubt the Unreal Engine. This engine made its debut back in 1998, and it's since been updated countless times, and it continues to power the most realistic games on the market. Now, different versions of the engine, well, they've been received different ways, but the latest version, the Unreal Engine 5, is shaping up to be the greatest game creation tool ever made. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Chaos here. Today, we are going to take a look at upcoming games that are being powered by the Unreal Engine 5. So you let me know which of these you're the most excited for. Drop a like, which ones are guaranteed to get your money. And we kick it off with Redfall. Now, this is one of the most interesting games in the pipeline right now, at least in my eyes. Developed by Arcane Studios, which is the team behind Dishonored and Deathloop, and it's being published by Bethesda, the team behind Elder Scrolls. It's an open-world co-op FPS set in Massachusetts, where a group of friends, they have to go vampire hunting, and this weird experiment set them all loose. 4 playable characters, they each have their own set of abilities. I know it sounds really familiar, but it looks cool. The game was announced in 2021 and will finally be coming out the first half of 2023 on the PC and the Xbox Series X, following a couple of delays. Now, Arcane Studios have stated they want Redfall to feature great world building and characterization, and this is going to be what sets it apart from the other co-op FPS games out there. I mean, if it's anything like Deathloop, it's probably going to be one of the best shooters of the year. Arc 2. Family, fossils, fire, and friendship. Yep, that's the power that's coming. I mean, the upcoming Vin Diesel fronted open world survival game it's interesting. Ark Survival Evolved helped define the survival genre on the PC and the 8th gen consoles. Now, that game's life cycle was pretty inconsistent due to the number of production issues and the limited budget. But the sequel? No. Seriously going to turn things around. It's better funded, has some serious star power with it, and it will feature overhauled gameplay and visuals that are all powered by the Unreal Engine 5. It'll even be part of the Xbox Game Pass on launch day to maximize the possible community. Now, I don't think it's going to launch on the PS5, but I bet a port comes about a year or so after. So if you're an Ark superfan, but you're also a PlayStation user, don't rush out and get an Xbox. You'll probably be able to get it and play with dinosaurs and family not too far down the road. Layers of Fears. Bloober Team. Now, Bloober gets a mixed reputation in the gaming community. On one hand, the first Layers of Fear game was decent. On the other hand, most everything they've done after that, not so much, but they are showing signs of improvement. Their most recent game, The Medium, actually had some decent gameplay. Bloober Team is rumored to be working on a remake of Silent Hill 2, but they're confirmed to be making a third Layers of Fear game titled Layers of Fears. Now, if I sound a little dismissive of the studio, it's because I am. But with that being said, I know some people really like their glorified walking simulators, and since this new game is being built on the Unreal Engine 5, I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, what are the odds this thing scores above a 75 on Metacritic? What do you think? If Bloober Team really wants to scare people, that's the way to do it. That's a little mean. I'm sorry. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Now, the first Hellblade game, dropped in 2017, quickly became one of the most talked about single-player games on the market. Ninja Theory developed and published it, and they described it as an independent AAA game. I can see that. The visuals were good, it had the same level of polish you'd expect from a game from a big-name publisher, and the gameplay was experimental and unique enough that it wasn't something you were going to get from Ubisoft or EA. Now, the sequel has been set in development for quite some time, but it's believed to be finally coming this year. We got a gameplay trailer late 2021, and while a 2022 release seems not likely, it's probably going to be next year. It looks great. It's being powered by the Unreal Engine 5, but unfortunately, the sequel will not be available on PlayStation consoles like the original. So if you want to experience Hellblade 2, PC and Xbox. The Day Before. Yes, this game is still coming out. It's one of the most technically impressive games I've seen in a long time, but its development, it's been hectic. Open world survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world. It forces you to venture across a desolate America while trying to find weapons, supplies, and vehicles and not be taken out by zombie-like creatures and other human survivors. I know it sounds like 42 other games we've played. It's an update of the classic DayZ formula, but the visuals, whew, the combat, yes. It's going to be coming to PC and consoles on March 1st, but after a number of delays, we could get one more, but I think we'll get it early next year. Stalker 2. This is one of the most hotly anticipated FPS games right now. Long-awaited sequel to the 2007 cult classic. Shadow of Chernobyl dropped for the PC 15 years ago. Blew people away. The world, the AI, it was just a good experience. Now, there's been a couple of spin-offs and mini-sequels, but the full-fledged continuation was confirmed a couple years ago. Following a number of delays, it's coming next year. Running on the Unreal Engine 5, featuring lifelike visuals, it's going to build upon the original game's formula. It's going to have this unique blend of survival horror and action FPS gameplay set in a desolate world with fascinating characters. You're going to have mysterious factions, everything you would want. It's expected to launch next year on the PC and the Xbox Series X, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be part of the Xbox Game Pass, so if you want to give it a try without dropping cash, you'll be able to. Gears of War, the Marcus Phoenix Collection. Now, the game hasn't been confirmed, but I'm trying to confirm it. A remastered Gears of War collection has been leaked a number of times by industry insiders, and I'm ready. I mean, it's rumored to be a full-on remake of at least the first 3 Gears games, most likely on the Unreal Engine 5. According to insiders, it'll be done in a similar way to the Master Chief Collection, meaning you'll have the campaign and multiplayer, but Horde mode is up in the air. Personally, I really hope they bring back every game's individual Horde mode. Don't give us one giant hybrid. If it's a remastered Gears collection and it includes all the content of the 3 original games beefed up on the Unreal Engine 5, people are going to lose their mind. Midnight Society's FPS dead drop with 1D in the middle. It's interesting. It is. It's DrDisrespect's new studio and game. Not a lot is known, but Doc's team has given a number of statements that seem pretty promising. We know the game is being built on the Unreal Engine 5, and it's going to be a direct answer to the recent criticisms of multiplayer games like COD and Halo. Now, Doc may not be everyone's favorite streamer, but he does share the same frustrations with a larger gaming community regarding modern multiplayer FPS games, especially with things like skill-based matchmaking, counterproductive ranking systems. He's promised an engaging multiplayer FPS that's skill-based, and it won't compromise anything for the sake of marketing or microtransactions. We don't have a release date, but development is chugging along, and I think we could probably see a first look in 2023, maybe an official 1.0 release in 2024. I mean, a real first look. I'm eager. I am. I want to see if it can compete with the giants of the FPS genre. At number 2 today, The Witcher 4. Now, The Witcher 3 is confirmed to be getting a huge next-gen patch at the end of the year, and CD Projekt Red is pumping out patches for Cyberpunk, but they have confirmed they've started development on the next entry in their legendary fantasy RPG. So it's being called Witcher 4. They didn't call it that, but the way Witcher 3 ended, it's probably not going to be about Geralt. They simply described the game as a new game in the Witcher franchise instead of Witcher 4, which tells me they're probably going in a new direction. Now, granted, it could be a prequel, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it may actually be a good thing. We've gotten 3 games following Geralt, so maybe now it's time we explore the universe in a new way. It's likely going to come out in 2024 or 2025, and yes, it will be powered by the Unreal Engine 5. And to close out, Gears of War 6. Gears of War is one of the franchises that put Epic Games on the map. Third-person cover shooter, it helped redefine the genre as a whole, and it showed off what the Unreal Engine was capable of in the era of HD gaming. Since then, it's been up and down. Quality, up and down, but the visuals, they've always been good. Gears of War 5, not anything special, but it looked great. So, Gears 6 is confirmed to be in development over at the Coalition, and even though Epic Games isn't in charge of the franchise, it's carried on that Unreal Engine legacy. The new game is almost certainly going to be built on the Unreal Engine 5, and if the last game is anything to go off of, it's going to look breathtaking. Now, hopefully, the game plays a step above the last game, because if Microsoft wants to bring the community back, they're going to need something a little more old school. And there you have it. Those are upcoming games powered on the Unreal Engine 5. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.